this video lecture we have start the new chapter, and new chapter topic is input and output devices. Students, we already know a computer is the electronic device. It works on the IPO cycle, where the IPO full form input, whatever we have input, after input it is going to the process. After process, it display the output. But in the meanwhile, there is the one also devices that perform the measure role. Whatever the process during the input, it can be show the data in the form of data, and whatever after process, it display the output. That is the information it show onto the screen. So this device is the memory devices. So overall, the input process and output are depend upon the memory devices, because the memory devices is hold the data and information whatever before the processing and after the processing. Here in this chapter we have focused on to the input and output devices. Student, we start with the input devices. What is the input devices? Input devices are those kind of devices which allow us to take the feed the data inside the computer system. Students, we have already know about the different kinds of input devices, but the major input devices is the keyboard, because the keyboard is the most important input device of our computer system. All kinds of alphabetical data, numerics data, and the special character we can put or feed inside the computer system through the keyboard. So you can find out the keyboard. You have familiar about the keyboard. It is the pressing and the push button that is called keys. The standard keyboard contains the 104, that is the 104 keys, and these keys are defined and bifurcated into the different kinds of category. That there in the tabular manner it can be shown here and display. The first one is the typing key, the second one is the control key, third one is the navigational key, fourth is the functional key, and apart from these keys there are the combinations of 0 to 9 that is called numeric keypad. These are the whole structure of the keyboard. The typing key contains the different kinds of alphabetic keys, numbers, punctuation mark, special character like a shift, caps lock, space bar key, and backspace key. Where the control key starts from the CTRL key. We have performed the different kinds of shortcut operation through the keyboard onto the computer system, like a CTRL A, it complete select the whole entire document, where the CTRL B perform the bold operation, CTRL C perform the copy operation. In the meanwhile, there are the different alphabetic terms are associated with CTRL key, and it perform the different kinds of operation. There are the navigation key. It is also known as function key, where the function key is start from the F1 to F12. Each function key perform the different kinds of tasks depending upon the software. Suppose we have given the example here, if the desktop will be visible and you have performed the F5 function key, it performs the refreshing operation. In the meanwhile, if you open the Microsoft Word document and there you perform the F5 key, it performs the go to operation. In the meanwhile, if you have opened the PowerPoint presentation and here you have pressed the F5 function key, it performs the slideshow operation. So the same key F5 is different kinds of operation depending upon the application software what we use. And there are the numeric keypad. The numeric keypad contains the 0 to 9 and is the complete perform the quick manner of the number input, perform the arithmetical operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These kinds of operation we have performed through the keyboard. So overall, we know about get the idea about the keyboard is the main input device of the computer system. All kinds of data where we input by inside the computer system through the keyboard. The next one is the mouse. Mouse is basically it is called pointing device. That means what the point. Point means you have select any kind of application. After selection, you can perform the different kinds of operation. Okay, like you have know about the mouse, you have already familiar about the mouse. Mouse structure is divided into the two types of button. That the first button is called left mouse button. The called left mouse button and the second button is called right mouse button. The left mouse button LMB is perform general kind of tasks like if you left double click is open a file or open a document, where the right mouse button perform the different kinds of specific operation. You can opening a file, apart from you can renaming the file, you can perform the copy and cut operation, also you can perform the delete of the operation. These are the major operation you can perform to the right MB, and you can find out there are the one wheeler that can be scroll down and scroll up your page from top to bottom or left to right manner. In the early days of mouse, we can use the mechanical mouse. This kind of mouse contains the ball inside it, that is the bottom lower surface of the mouse. When ball is rotated, the mouse performs the rotation onto the screen. But the demerits of this ball is when the dust particle enter inside the mouse, all kinds of operation are going to disrupt because the person do not detect the ball movement. So overcome onto this problem, we can again design the opto-mechanical mouse. This type of mouse is use the mechanism similar to the mechanical mouse, that means ball inside it, but the laser ultraviolet laser beam are used to detect the operation and the cursor movement of the ball. And right now we can purely opt-in and use the optical mouse, and the optical mouse does not have any mechanical moving part. The laser technology is used to detect the movement of the mouse. It is more efficient and expensive than the mechanical and optical mouse. In the laser mouse, the high and low intensity of laser beam are created when we move the mouse, and through this intensity, the CPU detects the task, which kind of task is performed right now onto the computer system. So in this video lecture, we have focused onto the two major input device of the computer system, that is the keyboard and mouse. In the next video lecture, we have carried with this input device and their types again. Thank you and have a good day.